Stars play here.
Yo, listen, pump it in your system, pump it in your system. Everybody will get it poppin'. We gon' keep it rockin'.
Power 95, where music lives. The views expressed in the following program aren't necessarily those of Power 95. Ladies' Room. Come see you compliments. Renwick Thompson and Company Limited. Agents for Western Union.
2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6.
Education multiplies their chances and places the world of opportunity in their hands. No matter where they are in the world, make sure they're prepared for their journey back to school with Western Union. School fees, books, room and board, whatever the reason. Knowledge, independence, opportunity. Western Union, moving money for better.
Here we are once again up and running on this Monday, May 8th. Good morning, everybody. Trust y'all had a wonderful weekend. Up and running again for another day, another week. Good morning, Crystal. Good morning, Marianne. Linda. Good morning, Charmaine. Good morning, Valerie. Good morning, Val. Michael. Good morning. Diaz. Good morning. Sonia. Patrice Alexander, good morning. Good morning, Dwight. Good morning, Jacqueline. Jacqueline, you turned vendor now? Tell you what. By any means necessary. Good morning, Julian. Betty Ann, good morning. Wendy. Good morning, Stacy. You went bingo, Stacy? Who won the 4 Swifts? Were they multiple winners or single winners? Good morning, Janelle. Yeah, I'm not hot today. This weekend was not a... Yeah, this time of the month giving me a beating, I swear. I don't know what's going on. You'd swear the older you get, the less, it becomes painful, but it seems as though it's worse. But anyways, we continue to push on, Still up and about, and gotta do what we gotta do. It's your birthday today, Wendy? Oh, well, happy birthday. Guys, join me in wishing Wendy a happy birthday. Also, Tamara Songbird St. Bernard Neckles is celebrating her Earth Strong as well. Happy solar return to all you wonderful people celebrating birthdays today. Good morning, Della. First 2 cars, 1 owner. Okay. So the other 2 got multiple winners. All right. So instances like that, what do? Did they sell it and split the money? Or does one buy out the other? Anyways. Morning, gentlemen. Morning, Jackie. Morning, Sonia. Welcome, everybody. And, of course, welcome to all folks on YouTube. And those of you listening via our website, good morning. Or on radio, good morning. Happy birthday again to all the birthday people. All right, so we ain't sticking today. That's brand new music in the background from Valine. Yeah, man, nice rhythm. Along with Boise. What's the name of it? The Corner Side Rhythm. Yeah. Brand new one for Carnival 2023. So things are happening on the rock. I swear it's never a dull moment. You ain't realize. I ain't getting a chance to catch your breath these days. It's island of conflict indeed. Sheena asked me some planning. Sheena, I actually thought about it, and I was thinking blue. I saw blue and I was like, yeah. So I'm up and down because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Yeah. I love the red, but I'm getting bored. I'm thinking blue, but it's just to sit for all these long hours to do them individually. It's a lot of work, but we'll see how, because I'm looking at the calendar and it seems as though from now on out there's something. But listen, I had blonde for a while. I had blonde for a long time, but I'm thinking about blue. I'm seriously thinking about blue. It's just the work, man. It's just the work that I'm not feeling. Hold on. Let's see if we can find it. So yeah, I was saying, there's a lot happening, a lot making the rounds on social media, and I just wanted to chime in a little bit. Of course, was one that's breaking the. Let me show you this one, Sheena. See the color? Hold on. Can you see? You should be able. But that's the blue. Yay or nay? Pink is a lot of work. I mean, I have to seriously bleach every time. Okay, so without a light. Yay or nay? So between that one and... So it's between that and pink. This blue or pink? I don't like purple. So... Blue or pink? Which one are we gonna go with? The most, whatever the amount of votes I get, which one has the more votes, I'll go with that one. Pink or blue. Yeah? So, yeah. She come up with what's going on here. As usual, they always encourage the bong away. Cindy says to stay with the red. But if I'm changing, let it be blue. Deborah, we were talking, they want me to change, I was talking about color, my hair color. Do something different. So I was just showing them what I had in mind. This. This blue or pink? Which one is it? So far the blue seem to have it. So blue hearts or pink hearts? If the blue, the blue hearts or pink hearts or red, if I should stay with the red. Yeah, so anyways, can we get back on track? So there's a lot making the wrongs. So let me just read, and I'm trying to understand why we as humans seem to think we have the right to dictate to other people what they should do. But when it comes to us, nobody can tell us. Why is it we always want to walk our way through life but run other people's races? I don't get it. At the end of the day, isn't it people's right, prerogative to do what they think is best for them in any given situation? And I'm making specific reference to, and I'm not sure why people are acting surprised, to the resignation letter that Minister Delma Thomas tendered earlier today. And she basically said the release went like this. I'm not sure how many of you read it or had the time to go through it. She basically said, she issued a statement to that effect early Monday. The statement reads in full: after prolonged considerations and discussion with the leaders of the constituency group of St. Andrews Northwest, I have tendered my resignation from the New National Party with immediate effect. I have handed my letter of resignation to the chairman of the NNP, Mr. Oliver Joseph. My continuation as a member of the party has become untenable following my many attempts to promote the democratization of the organization and the consequent orchestrated backlash from an extremely small section of the party's leadership. What did I say? Democratization. I pronounced it wrong, sorry. Yeah, my attempts to properly represent the people of St. Andrews Northwest I know why I tried doing this without my glasses. My attempts to properly represent the people of St. Andrews Northwest from within the organization has consequently been also frustrated. I will remain a member of Parliament and through the grace of God intend to continue serving the people for this entire parliamentary term. I will also remain committed to the principles of good governance, truth and solidarity. In short order, I will speak extensively on matters of politics, governance and representation. I hereby ask my people, especially those in St. Andrews Northwest, to continue to hold me in their prayers. To God be the glory, great things he has done. Now, we don't normally do the politics. You know how I feel about politics and religion, but this one, since it's what's making the wrongs, what's happening on social media, just thought I'd touch it a little bit, because I'm seeing so many different, responses to her resignation. Let me just say something, right? I'm seeing a lot of people touting the word loyalty. And sometimes it's the hypocrisy that kind of at me. Because if somebody is involved in a relationship, a friendship, whatever, and you don't feel like you belong, you don't feel the love, you don't feel like this is where you need to be, and you're basically outlived or it's time to go your separate ways, why are you branded disloyal if you realize that, hey, it's not working for you? I keep saying to people, I would put peace of mind over loyalty any day of the week. What are you loyal to? Is it reciprocated? Are you getting the same loyalty in return? Because people just want, to realize about us humans, we want what we want, and we could care less how it affects the other person. So forget all that she's going through, forget the backlash, forget she's not happy, forget she's not comfortable anymore, forget all of that. You're in a party, you belong to a group, and you're supposed to remain there forever and ever, amen, until you're giving leave, or maybe we're waiting for her to be thrown out, or she's supposed to stay there regardless of how she feels. If somebody's not happy, and the same applies to a relationship, would you tell somebody to remain in a relationship that is not working? It's toxic, it's confusion, it's fighting, you're no longer happy in it. To me, it's one and the same. You would encourage somebody who's in a relationship that is abusive, let's put it that way. Wouldn't you tell them to leave because they're no longer happy in the relationship, it's not working for them? Why can't we just wish people well? Why we always have to drag people? When things are going our way, it's all well and good. You're the best thing since sliced bread. Nice bread baked in an outside oven, fire below and fire on top, and as soon as it comes out, you throw some butter and cheese in it. And as soon as it's not baked in that oven and you don't like the bread again, you mean one that. Why are we so selfish? Why are we so selfish and it's all about our own personal agenda, regardless of how the other person feels? So if the lady is saying that her mental health is more important to her than belonging somewhere where she no longer feels welcome, just wish people well and let them go their way. Whatever reasons or she may have, even though you agree or don't agree, it's not our place to agree with it. That is a personal decision. And the same sort of you who are hooring and hawing, I remember when she just came on the scene, y'all were like, what I put this lady there for? She can't speak, she can't this, she can't do that. But it was a matter of winning. So she won, so it was okay. But loyal to what? The lady decides it's not something I no longer want to be a part of. It's like me coming to work and deciding, okay, you know what? Me want to be on radio no more. So because of that and my loyalty to the radio station, I'm supposed to remain here forever based on loyalty and not so much the fact that I feel I longer want to be on air. I no longer want to do this. I just want something peaceful. I want a life where nobody knows me anymore. I don't want to be in the public eyes no more, because it takes a lot to be in the... I'm not sure if y'all understand how much pressure it is to be in the public eyes. It may seem like peaches and cream and a bed of roses, but it's not. Because you have so many expectations to meet. You have so many expectations to live up to. Sometimes you have to put what you want and how you feel on ice and cater to other people's feelings. Sometimes you want to do you, just do you. But you have to cater to other people and how they would feel or how they would think, because you're serving the public, and it's not an easy thing to do. You never have a moment of peace. It's like you're always under scrutiny. Morning.
Morning. Well, ladies' room take a hell of a turn this morning.
Yeah, we spinning this morning. Tired it all you, and man, I know, man, I fed up with all you.
Oh, they threw me off real bad this morning. Mind you, when I pick it up, I hear about loyalty. I say, yeah, man, we're on the right track. Loyalty. I say, hold on. What loyalty are you talking about this morning?
Man and woman?
Not man and woman. Not that kind of relationship. But here's another way to look at it. I'm just saying how we can. We don't have to look at it, but we can also have an open view and add to our perspectives. If, in fact, everyone would remain loyal just to one cause without any term or limitation to what is expected in return for that loyalty. Loyalty comes at a cost. If it's continually paid, then we know that it is an equally symbiotic relationship. Two ends, right? Something for something. If we did not have that relationship, great personalities like yourself, Slick and Menace with Point Blank, Blackstorm, even Scratchmaster, everyone would be in trouble, because that means you would have been loyal to someone previously. But after a while, relationships change, things evolve, people grow. There's nothing wrong with saying that you're still loyal to a cause or to something. It's just that you no longer have that idea or ideal for that particular relationship to go forward. Or, with all good things will come to an end. That relationship would have run its course. You are a loyal person, but to something else. You're loyal to your growth. You're loyal to gratification, for sustenance, for equality, all different things. So saying that the MP is not loyal or saying that she's ungrateful, you have to literally be in access of all the information before you. Or you're just like everybody who want to jump on a bandwagon. Basically a bandwagonist. That's what I hear, that's what I feel, that's what they say. Perception becomes reality in politics. That's what I know as a fact. If you perceive someone as being disrespectful, they will always be seen in that light. If you perceive someone as being loyal, they may be lying behind your back, but they would always be seen as being loyal. But in this situation, I believe that the rep, the parliamentary representative, she did what she thought was best for herself as a person, as an individual. And I did not hear that she's saying that she's going with any other particular party, but she's saying she's taking leave of a position with an organization. She's entitled to do that. We have how many other ministers currently and previously would have had who want to make noise? 2 elections back, where was this particular minister? 2 elections back, where was that particular minister? Donald Trump was a Democrat. He became a Republican president. You are entitled to change your perspective.
Gotcha.
We need to stop cutting off our nose and bawling out, oh, I taking pain. Why I feel so mashed up and damaged? Because I feel like if I'm what? Let me give the word that I'm hearing very regularly. these people out here go victimize, or these people are out here crooked and corrupt. Everybody have an opinion of what it is until they reach in that position.
Correct is right.
Being in the public eye, and you know obviously, being in the public eye, you're living for yourself, you're living for that image, or you're living for the community, which is a group of people you're trying to please.
Gotcha. Well said. Thanks so much,
There we
bro.
go.
Appreciate it. See, it wasn't bad after all. That's a nice way. That's definitely a nice way to a different spin on it. So, at the end of the day, people will do what matters and what's important to them and what makes them happy. So I'm all for that. Whatever makes you happy. Anywho's, so realized there was a number of fires on the weekend, like practically fires and accidents. I'm not sure what's going on with y'all in terms of all these vehicular accidents, but the RGPF needs to become really vocal regarding that, because for a little island, you could basically go around Grenada in 2 hours. Where are people going and driving with such recklessness that allows vehicles to be turning over, to be lying on their face, on their back, on their head? Yesterday was ridiculous. This morning, bright and early this morning again, I saw another accident. And it's not little just pass and brush a wall or you touch a fence. No, like right off, like damaged. There's something, I don't know what is it, like there's some accident jumbie out and about that people are getting behind the wheel and throwing all sense of caution. You listen, sometimes you're driving and you literally have to be driving for yourself and driving for other people. Numerous times the risk and chances I see other drivers taking, and I just have to shake my head. Case in point, Friday on my way home on the Calavini Main Road, just before is it Norris James, there's a big truck coming down. So once that happens, there's going to be a line of traffic, and your vision, you wouldn't be able to see very clear around the corner. And I saw this white vehicle come out from behind that truck and coming toward me. All I did was pull over, and I was like saying the Our Father in my mind, because I swear that vehicle was going to come head on into me. And I stopped. I literally stopped. You cannot see around the truck, but you just pulled out and make way down the road. People are overtaking around corners. People are seeing 3 and 4 vehicles and trying to overtake 4 of them at once, not realizing there could be another vehicle coming. But you should realize that, because after all, you're on the road. Y'all be taking some serious chances. I see some buses on that same Calavini Road, and all you hear when they pass is whoosh. And I'm saying to myself, look at these people holding on for dear life and not saying a word. I remember one time when I told a driver to drop me. Drop me. If that's what we're going to do, drop me. Let me get off here. Let me bomb a ride or something. But how will people sit on buses and allow themselves to be driven like that and don't say a word? What is this wanton carelessness about that people are just going absolutely crazy on the road? Where you are going to and all that, what is the hurry? What is the rush? We don't have the type of roads to accommodate the type of driving y'all want to do. Go on Pearl's Airstrip if you want to race and by yourself. But how do you endanger other people's lives and don't seem to even be concerned? Or the people don't even seem to be concerned about their own lives. Just sitting there and not saying a word. Afraid, literally holding on to their seats in fear mashing bricks and not saying a word. I don't get it. There must be something. We can't just put speed bumps all over the place. There must be some other deterrent. We can't just throw speed bumps everywhere. We can't just throw speed bumps everywhere. That can't be the solution. Like every nice piece of road, just drop some speed bumps on it. So you can see a car bounce a boat on the carnage this morning. Nope. But isn't the boat in the water? So how car reach on boat? Another one did the same thing. Overtake around on the carnage as soon as you passed the GCNA place. Full speed, only to turn into another. I'm like, dude, you drove with all this speed just to drive into a supermarket yard? Like, that's the way you... Listen, we have to do something about it. I don't know what measures or what can we do, but something must be done. Hey, Auntie Karen, speed bumps can be the answer. We can't just put speed bumps on the entire road. It's crazy. Well, they say if you're late, you can late twice. So if you want to leave late to reach early, it's not gonna happen. You can't be late twice. You're late already, you're done late. You can't kill yourself in the process to get there. You really can't. So I wish something could be done regarding that. And for the last part, sometimes, y'all, it's like people, I saw someone put this morning, the ladies' room making them afraid to get married because it seems as though there's more problems in marriage. I wouldn't say that. There are some people who have some pretty good, marriages and it works for them. They've found, they found a way to make it work. Not saying every day is perfect, but let's see. Morning.
Hey, morning, Aruna. This is about the driving.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think the police need to regulate the size of vehicles individuals get after getting the license.
Mm-hmm.
Right? When you check somebody going for the license, they're going on a nice 1.5 engine vehicle, right?
Mm-hmm.
A front-wheel drive vehicle. And you just get a license and they want to go and buy them Batcan, Swift, and Subaru, which is rear-wheel drive. You do not have the experience for that. Right? So that way she's getting all the accidents. So I believe with the B-class license, they should have about two grades.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody going for a license and buying an SUV, them Tucsons and them, or those RAV4, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
You just get a license and going for that. You cannot drive that. You do not have the experience to drive something so big.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So you're going to meet an accident. So I think they need to regulate the B-class license in different grades. Based on your years experience, then you get an upper grade. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
Because you cannot tell me you go in and just get a license and you want to buy a big Tucson and drive on the road. You can't handle that. Despite it is in your category for the class of license, but you can't handle it. So I think they need to regulate the license.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? It's just like if you're driving small truck, light truck, and heavy truck, there's two classes. Small buses and big buses, there are two classes. They need to regulate that. Just like bike. Bike has three classes. You have a scooter, you have a quad bike, and he has for the two-wheel bike. Right? The ninja bike, and he has different classes. They need to regulate that, and I think we're going to solve the accident problem.
Okay. Got you. Thanks so much for sharing.
No problem.
All right. Mm-hmm. Somebody says they need to introduce the demerit point system on driver's license. This system will bring about some order and discipline on the roads. Yeah. So then you lose one sooner or later. If you continue, you lose your license altogether and you can no longer drive. But there are people in accident today and tomorrow they're in a rental or they're back on the road. So we seriously need to look into that as well. Alrighty, let's see how much time we got. Okay, we could touch this for a little bit because this lady says that she put she hand on her husband the other day, and she knows it's wrong, and she apologized, but his response worried her. She said we had an argument about a woman who is always taking his taxi, and I suspect that something is going on between them. He didn't even deny it when I asked. He just laughed, and I got upset and hit him several times. He didn't hit back or even defend himself. Instead, he left and said he was going to the station to report me. I'm not sure if he actually did because I haven't heard from the police. I'm just surprised he went so far and isn't acting manly at all. I know about equal treatment and everything, but I just feel like he's being unfair and a wuss, and I don't know what to think or do at this point. Y'all are really doing the most in Papa God all, you know. Like, so have you really recognized how very wrong you were to hit your husband? Abuse of any kind is a deal breaker in any relationship. And while most people will see cheating, especially when sex is involved, as a deal breaker, physical abuse by a wife or a husband is a serious violation warranting a rethink of that relationship. It doesn't matter who it is, man or woman, you have no business putting your hand on anybody. It's that serious. Your husband may be in rethink mode, and that's perfectly understandable, fair and manly. Why do you think he's being unfair? The fact that you say but and his response worried me tells me you're excusing yourself for hitting him. And it seems you may feel he deserved to be hit because of his response. It also seems that you really feel that you were justified to react the way you did despite you having apologized. If so, he's right to rethink a relationship with you. It seems you might very well justify hitting him again. You have no excuse, and there is no justify you hitting him. There is no justification for abuse. None whatsoever. So we're here championing the cause of abused women and domestic violence and all of these things. And it looks as though you wanted some sort of reaction from him in terms of he hit you back or something like that, because he's saying it's not manly and calling him a wuss for going to make a report instead of putting his hands on you. Why we invite this sort of toxic energies into our relationships? Why we, Miss, give your husband some space and allow him to decide. At this moment, you forfeited your right to demand anything from him. You apologize, but I perceive you are in need of some help with this issue and others. You call him man a whole wuss, you know. Morning.
Hello?
Morning, you're live.
Morning.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of the situation we just talked about, to be honest, the guy is being a man by not hitting her. Because a boy would hit a woman. If you get where I'm coming from.
Totally agree.
To be honest with you, if a man was to hit a woman, he'd be jail, right? You're talking about equal rights and justice for everything.
The same rules should apply.
The same rules should apply. So if he decides not to hit you, he's being a man. He's not being a wuss or nothing like that. Because he has self-control to know that it's wrong to hit somebody.
And walked away.
And walk away from the situation.
It's crazy.
So she needs to get on her head. He's not a wuss. He's a man. A real man, to be precise.
Because what if he had put a lash on her? What would have been the response? What would he be an abuser?
The outcome of it, he would have become the abuser. Because they would overlook the point that she hit him. That's the whole point of it.
Boy, I tell you. Anyways, thanks so much.
No problem.
All right. I actually commend him for not hitting back. I really commend him for not hitting you back, and I also commend him for walking away. That's the way to deal with someone that has hit you. Doesn't mean there won't be repercussions for you to face. It may be that he will end the marriage, and if he's gone to the police, he may need to prepare for that. He certainly wouldn't be wise to go to the police to make a report, because you never know. You hitting him implies you do not love and respect him. Because it's bad enough that you hit him, But you still, to me, you just apologize because for apologizing sake. Because you're calling the man unmanly and a wuss. Because he decided, you know what? I'm not going to do this with you. I'm going to go make a report. I'm going to go to the police and make a report. Because sometimes something might happen and it might be self-defense next time. You never know. So he did the correct thing if he has not done it as yet. And not just sit there and hit you back. So whatever the excuse, whatever the reason, whatever you felt may be going on with somebody else, you hit the man and then you're still calling the man a wuss. The man turned around and he put a lash on you now, you're balling down the place for dear mother, and then you would swear the narrative would change. That he's the one who hit you and he's abusing you and he's beating you up and he... Oh boy. Sometimes I wonder if we really know what we want. We want love and people to treat us with respect and, treat us with care. But then you hitting man. If man turn around and hit you now, it's worries in the dance. Jihad, it's amazing. People still think that being physically abusive equals love or caring. I saw a video circulating on social media with a Rasta man and a lady on a bus where I don't know what sparked it because there's no audio really, but the woman, I think, based on what I saw, she was the one who raised her hand first. And the two of them started fighting. And the man dropped a kick on her. And after they finished tussle, he was driving this, what you call them, bus on them? Not those, you do, passenger buses. Those buses. You went in the front, you go in the back, and you see them arguing. And somebody in the comments said, don't worry them, they are accustomed doing that. If you see them, don't put your mouth in the business. They're good fighting everywhere. And next day you see them loving up all over the place. And if anybody were to touch one, it's problems. Two of them jumping you. And I'm like, wow. Hugh says that happened here in Trinidad. Okay, well, you see? I was reading the comments and someone said they do that all the time. They're always fighting all over the place. But they're always together. They jump in the van and down the road they're going arguing. In the middle of the road, the Rasta man and the woman kick and cuff in the road. And when they finish, he jump in the passenger seat, she jump in the back seat, and she rapping him while he driving. A 7-seater, yeah. And she rapping him behind his head while he driving, and they down the road arguing. And somebody said, people in the comments were saying, don't pay them no mind, they're accustomed. That's what they're accustomed doing. They're accustomed doing that, fighting all over the place, and then you see them loving up like nobody business. And you dare not touch one, because if you touch one, both of them, I don't know. I guess that's what floats on people's boat. That's a toxic love. It's like, yeah, ride or die and Bonnie and Clyde and all kind of nonsense. I don't get it, but hey, whatever floats people's boats, But to me, that is not healthy. Anyway, so today, it was just like a roundup of sorts. So touching up on all that transpired on the weekend. So again, everybody, thank you so much for checking in. And we'll see you guys tomorrow for another show. Thank you so much to our friends at Western Union for checking in as well. I'll see you right back here. Same time, same place. All right?